Welcome to Solo Shot First, and today we're going to be having a look at the third figure from the Obi Wan Kenobi series that came as part of Wave 42, which is Reva, the third sister. Now, I've got to say, and again, this is only my opinion, about the actual series. She wasn't my favourite character. I didn't think she was an awful character. I just thought she was a little bit overpowering in the series in terms of the way that they portrayed the figure, or the character, I should say. But again, it's only an opinion, and we're not here to talk about that. We wanted to have a look at the figure and the card back. So the card back itself, I've got to say, is actually quite a nice card back. I mean, obviously, the image there is of Reva on Tatooine. You've got, the image looks good. You've got that lovely Star Wars chase. The actual name pill, obviously Reva, the third sister, is obviously on that sort of quite a bright red, which is quite a nice. It stands out very, very strikingly, and the same with the figure. So actually quite a nice looking card back. Forget whether you like the figure or the character or not. It's a nice looking figure. And at the end of the day, that's the only reason I've bought the figure is to actually have a look at it. So in terms of, even in the packaging, the figure looks pretty good. You've got, again, obviously here, everything that I normally say. You've got the Kenner logo in the bottom right-hand corner there, the warning label, and the 4+ age group in the top. But it's got that nice Star Wars, the Obi Wan Kenobi racetrack, and I've got to say, it's a nice looking card back, and it does come on that thicker card stock, which again is nice for you carded collectors. Let's have a look at the back of the card. Okay, so this is VC242. Again, you've got that lovely Star Wars racetrack. The three figures that were actually included, or I should say you've got the three figures from the Obi Wan Kenobi series. You've got Reva herself, the Obi Wan Kenobi Wandering Jedi, and the Darth Vader. But the other two figures part of this wave was the Mandalorian Super Commando and the Anakin Skywalker. And then just a lot of legal information on the bottom. So let's just have a quick look at the front of the card again before we get this packaging open. So here we go, just a quick look at the front of the card again. At the end of the day, it is a nice looking card back. All we now need to do is get this figure out of the packaging and have a look in a little bit more detail. Okay, so here we have the figure out of the packaging. It's quite a nice looking figure in terms of the sculpt, although I don't know, the body proportions don't look quite right in terms of from the character in the film. The legs appear to be quite big in comparison to the rest of her body, and I've got a little bit of an issue here on this figure. I don't know if you can see that there with the sort of the way that the knee joint is. Perhaps that's just mine, but I mean, I'm sure with a bit of manipulation I can get that working. It is quite a nice looking figure. As I said, this is certainly, I suppose it's not necessarily been everybody's cup of tea, but at the end of the day, it's a good looking figure. In terms of the accessories that you do get with this, you get that sort of double-bladed lightsaber, which is quite big, and actually, I don't even see if you're going to see that in the image because it's such a big piece. But, it's quite a nice touch. And then you get two single lightsabers. Both are identical, so I'll just show you the one there. And some quite nice detailing on the actual hilt with the sort of the sort of darkish brown, and then the sort of the white, the grey tints. So that's quite nice. And then obviously what you also get is the half moon, if you like, lightsaber hilt, and there is a place there, just obviously on her belt, where you can insert that. So some nice accessories with the figure. In terms of the articulation, Good articulation on this figure. Obviously everything, you know, that you'd expect from the modern vintage collection. Articulation at the head, full articulation at the shoulders, at the elbows, and she's got that hinged wrist. She does obviously have the butterfly hinge just obviously there just below the waist, and she's got the swivel is around the stomach, or sorry, just above the stomach, with a nice crunch there. Articulation at the knees and those rocker ankles. Now, I don't know if you can, I was going to say, now that light sort of come through a little better. I don't know if you can see there that her right leg, or left as you look at it here, just looks a bit wonky. But I think that's just maybe, you know, a sort of a slight issue with this figure. Maybe I've just got the one. Hopefully, if any of you guys out there have this and you haven't got a similar problem. I mean, it still stands properly, no problem, and all the articulation's still there. It just looks like it's standing at a slightly funny angle. In terms of from the back, the figure actually, again, does look nice. You've got that sort of very nice sort of soft goods cape that comes with the figure, and that does actually hang really nicely. So, you know, it's a nice looking figure at the end of the day. I suppose the issues that I had with this figure itself was more to do with actually, you know, how she was used in the series as opposed to the figure itself. But it is it's a nice looking figure at the end of the day, and it does look good on the card back. Not my favourite by any stretch of the imagination, but great articulation, and you know, it does everything that you want it to do. The good thing that you do have with these, with the way that obviously you've got this full articulation now, is you can get these figure in some amazing poses. So I'm not going to do that obviously here. It was just more to show you the figure itself. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you do, please hit the like button, and if you want to subscribe, there will be more videos coming shortly. If you've got any questions or any comments, you know, if you've got this figure, have you got that same issue I've got with that her right leg, you know, please let me know. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. Bye for now.